Now, your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first. Sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
In today's heat and humidity leading to a few isolated thunderstorms across parts of the area, mainly in the PD, in and around the Hartsville area, the lightning kicking back up again, also in and around the Lake City area. This one's winding down, but still a few isolated showers lingering. These will be around into the evening hours, but then winding down as the sun sets. And temperatures will only be slowly cooling down. 99 right now in Scranton and Lumberton, mid to upper 90s. Some spots did hit 100 today, and it will stay warm overnight tonight. We are going to heat back up for the weekend. I'll have a look at how hot it's going to get this weekend coming up.
Coverage you can count on at 5 starts now.
Right now on News 13 at 5, a secret meeting held for families connected to a Pawleys Island school at the center of controversy.
Then we'll hear from the suspect and family members of the victim connected to a 2024 cold case murder investigation.
Then the city of Myrtle Beach announcing their choice for the new chief of police. We'll have those details for you in a live report. Thanks for joining us for News 13 at 5. I'm Adriana Lawrence.
And I'm Annette Pegler. Well, first at 5, a closed-door meeting with families connected to Pawleys Island Christian Academy is now providing investigators with new information. Now, this all comes after arrests were made once it was revealed that a registered sex offender volunteered at the school's affiliated church.
And Georgetown County Sheriff Carter Weaver says many parents and teachers attended the meeting last night. News 13's Cameron Townsend has been following this investigation for weeks and tells us what came out of that meeting.
The sheriff said last night's meeting was intentionally kept between families, teachers, law enforcement, and victim support organizations to allow victims to hear directly from investigators without media in the room. And he says the meeting did more than that. It led investigators to new information. Roughly 140 to 150 people attended the meeting at Georgetown County Judicial Center last night. Sheriff Carter Weaver says investigators walked families through where the case currently stands, the charges already filed against church officials, and the records obtained through search warrants. The sheriff's office was joined by other law enforcement and child and family support organizations. Weaver says part of the night was also set aside for parents to talk, and some of those conversations gave investigators something new to follow up on.
We've interviewed a lot of these parents, some we have not, but it also allowed for that, and then we ended up taking about 2 or 3 additional statements last night from things that did joggle their memory, or contacts that they had over the phone or in person with school officials that now they knew were important. And so it was very successful in that way.
Weaver says this investigation is far from over, and coming up at 6, I'll tell you about a meeting happening next week that could help determine where this investigation goes from here. In Georgetown County, Cameron Townsend, News 13.
Cameron, thank you. Bond was denied today for the man accused in the 2024 cold case murder of Lake City resident Tyrone Singletary.
Singletary's body was later found in Williamsburg County, and News 13's Eric Cooper is live in Florence County and has been following the case. And Eric, you spoke with Singletary's family after the hearing, right?
Annette, that's correct. After the Honorable Alan Collins denied Thomas's bond, he also gave him the opportunity to speak, but the family, Debbie Collins, Tyrone Singletary's mother, did have this message for parents that may be going through a similar situation.
And to the parents who have lost a child and haven't had any closure yet, whatever you do, don't give up. Don't give up. Be a voice for your loved one. And I know it gets hard. It's hard.
Cunningham sat quietly, wiping her tears as Thomas Baines entered the courtroom. Baines has been charged with murder, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and armed robbery. Singletary's family believe Baines had involvement after witnessing Baines driving Singletary's car that night and even calling 911, but Baines was not arrested until yesterday. Before being told about his bond, Judge Collins gave Baines the opportunity to speak.
I never robbed anybody a day in my life. I'm completely against it. Anybody I see heading down a wrong path with violence and trouble, I always try to discourage them to go the other way. And like I said, this is just a big misunderstanding, and I wish the facts would come out and let everything be clarified.
Singletary's family says they were shocked at the statement after witnessing Baines driving Singletary's car the night he was killed.
Got a call saying that Tyrone car was spotted, and me and my brothers, my mother, a few of us, we actually got behind him traveling to his house in Tyrone's car. And we were asking him, where's Tyrone? And he continued to lie, tell several lies, saying that someone took Tyrone out of the car when he was attempting to take Tyrone to the hospital.
Singletary never made it to the hospital. His body was later found on Patty Road in Williamsburg County. Investigators believe Singletary was ambushed and shot in Lake City before being moved. Now, Baines will go before a circuit court judge on November the 10th. Until then, he will remain here at the Florence County Detention Center behind bars. Reporting live in Florence County, Eric Cooper, News 13.
Eric, thank you. Myrtle Beach finally has its next police chief after a nationwide search.
This morning, the city announced the Frederick Chambers of the Fairfax County Police Department in Virginia would lead the Myrtle Beach Police Department.
And News 13's Maddie Cottaspati joins us live from outside of the Myrtle Beach Police Department. And Maddie, you read through Chambers' resume. What did you see?
Annette Adriana, Chambers has been a member of law enforcement for over 26 years, with 25 of those years being spent at the Fairfax County Police Department. But before this, he served as a uniformed officer for the United States Secret Service. Now, beginning in 2001, Chambers began his local law enforcement career and eventually moved up to serve as a lieutenant for the Mount Vernon District in 2020. For the next 2 years, he would continue to serve as a lieutenant for different departments, including violent crimes and criminal investigations. Chambers and his fellow candidates attended a public meet and greet this past Tuesday, which city leaders say assisted in their decision. Now, in a release from the city, Chambers expresses his excitement towards becoming a part of the Myrtle Beach community, saying, quote, "Together we will build on MBPD's strong foundation of service and work towards an even safer, stronger future for Myrtle Beach," end quote. Now tonight at 6, I'll have a closer look at Chambers' time as the Deputy Police Chief and his achievements. Live in Myrtle Beach, Maddie Cottaspati, News 13.
Right, Maddie, thank you. We now know the name of the man who Florence police say was shot and killed while attempting to rob a vape shop. The person has been identified by the Florence County Coroner's Office as Raheem Brantley. Officers responded to a reported armed robbery at Smokers Town on Woody Jones Boulevard Wednesday night. While they were responding, they were told that Brantley had been shot by a store employee. Brantley had left the business after being shot and was later found lying in a grassy area behind it with a gun. As of right now, the store employee has not been charged.
A Darlington middle school teacher has been placed on administrative leave after school officials say they made threatening comments to students. School administrators received a report that a teacher made threatening comments to students in a classroom and notified law enforcement. This investigation remains ongoing.
A mosquito sample collected in Georgetown County has tested positive for West Nile virus. Georgetown County Mosquito Control and the South Carolina Department of Public Health confirmed the positive sample during routine testing. Additional truck spraying began last night and is expected to continue through the weekend into next week. Spraying generally takes place between midnight and dawn, although operations could begin earlier depending on conditions.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
And traffic not too bad right now on 501 between CCU and Carolina Forest. Just the occasional slowdowns at the traffic lights. Couple of slowdowns on 544 too. On drive times along the Grand Strand on 501 from Carolina Forest to CCU, that'll take 10 minutes. 17 in both directions along the Grand Strand. That's moving a little bit slower than normal. Florence area looking okay. No issues in town right now. I-95 moving along nicely. Currently on 95 from TV Road to 76. That'll take 9 minutes. Palmetto from 5 Points to Irby Street will take 5 minutes. And 52 from Palmetto to I-95 will take 7 minutes.
All right, Frank, thank you. Well, 3 suspects are in custody in connection with the shooting of a student at a school bus stop in Gaffney.
And the suspect that was arrested, Reginald Barnes, appeared in court for a bond hearing. Julia Keener spoke with the victim's family, who remember his legacy.
17-year-old Reginald Barnes Jr. faced a judge Thursday in connection to the deadly shooting of a Gaffney high school student. Barnes was denied bond and the judge ordered no contact with the victim's family.
He was just a good kid, man. They took my baby. They took our baby.
Dozens of Jamoltron June Fair Junior's family members filled the courtroom Thursday, visibly and audibly upset.
He didn't see that coming. He wasn't prepared for that. He was just trying to go to school, what he do every single day.
In bond court Thursday, solicitor Barry Barnett said at least 5 shots were fired by 2 shooters using 2 guns. Testing is underway to determine which suspect fired the fatal shot.
We just pray that this be a lesson to all of the youth that's out here that's steering down the wrong path. You don't have to go this way.
One of those suspects, 17-year-old Reginald Barnes Jr., faced a judge Thursday.
We're not the only family hurting. Their family hurting as well. We pray for everybody that's involved.
In court, Barnes claimed he was the driver of the van and did not shoot fair. He told the judge, quote, "I promise I didn't know June was going to die," as he asked for bond.
There was no accountability. No accountability. None whatsoever.
It hurt us all to sit there and see, and it hurts us for the lack of accountability that was took, the blame game that was played. At the end of the day, evidence don't lie.
Fair's family said he had been bothered by these students before, including at school, and they believe more could have been done to prevent his death.
This was premeditated because they had been bothering my grandson for a while, even at school, and nothing was ever done.
Tragic story there. That was Julia Keener reporting. Fair's family says he was a good student who was set to graduate early this December and was expecting to become a father in October.
Well, Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, pled guilty to 2 federal charges in a New York courtroom today. The charges he pled guilty include 1 count of interstate stalking, resulting in death, which carries a maximum potential sentence of life in prison, and 1 count of stalking through use of interstate facilities, resulting in death, which carries the same sentence. This is an open plea, meaning the defense made a plea without a plea agreement. It's unclear if prosecutors are dropping any charges or taking punishments off the table.
Hot, humid weather continues across the area today. Some of us did hit 100 degrees. I'll have a look at how hot it's going to be for the weekend coming up.